Blue.
What's up, man?
Even I stumbled.
You start.
Obviously, he's always. Good.
I don't know.
Liang was sweet, bro. It just
I don't know why. Kenny's a Maori, man. I don't know why.
yeah.
So we got our two of our favorite Degens here. We've just been, before we started, we've just been yarning full on Degen kōrero. But first of all, guys, thanks so much for being on the block party last week. That was cool, eh?
Bro, that was so dope.
Yeah, your panel was a highlight for a lot of people.
Yeah. Bro, this is the network. During far out, it's kind of like sparked that seed, push it in the space.
What was your highlight? Your highlights for the whole day?
Bro, the whole day.
I'd say not even being biased, but my own session was. Bro, I did see a lot of stories come up featuring you on your stories.
I think I've always and at M.A.C, this is an opportunity for us to what it was, bro. So just
that's
people
good,
just
bro.
Chopping it up. Got to meet a lot of people. But yeah, highlight was the Degen panel for me.
Nice.
As well as Brooke, and then the bro that was talking about the tax. And I was like, ooh,
oh yes, Simon.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah, I'm a soul collector now, bro.
Yeah. I do it for the entertainment.
Just for fun, you know?
What about you, Kenny? What was your highlight for the day?
Was like in general, like it was like I got really like inspired by like the big group that came from like all the way. Where did they come from? Like
the kids?
Yeah, the kids.
555?
Yeah. Exactly. Those Gisborne kids, like I was like, God damn. They're like, if they, let's say they took something out from that, I think it's like having more developers like in Web3 and stuff.
Yeah.
Because the head of NZ development was saying like we're shortage on that side of things. And then one of the ladies in the panel, really bad with names, but then she's like, we're really bad with names. And then, yeah, I'm really bad with names. But then the lady was like, she's teaching her kids how to code. And then that's another thing that came up. It's like, oh my God, like, the thing is with New Zealanders, like, usually, yeah, New Zealanders are like, sometimes like, especially Kiwis and Maoris, they don't have the opportunity like this.
Let's go.
Legit, all mainstream, like, you know, you go to uni and stuff. But I think this whole block party maybe gave eyes to like more of the indigenous people.
Yeah, nice.
On exactly like what they can do and the opportunities they have in the future. Yeah, and just hustling the eager beaver people too, like the mom. That was honestly like
She was on,
she was on hard.
Yeah, she was on a mission, man. Yeah, what about the kids?
Yeah, I had a quick yarn with the auntie, and she reckons she's like, we've all our tamariki have got our wallets all set up.
Yeah.
I was like, man, you already got your foot in the door. If your kids have their own wallet set up, I was like,
Big things.
Cheers, eh?
Let's just check. Apparently, we got some technical issues right now. Producer Vancy,
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
are we cracking up?
Let's keep on going.
Okay.
Sweet.
So yeah, bad with names, Joe. I don't remember the lady's name that brought them down. She's in the
Princess Family Discord.
yeah, she's in the Discord now. But
Shout out
I
to
was,
her.
yeah, shout out to her. And I was chatting to her today, and I was like, okay, I've got 20 spots left in the Friends and Fam DAO, the NFT DAO, and I'd like them to go to your kids, and M.A.C will sponsor them. The minimum, which is 0.1, that's the minimum in. And I was like, how many kids do you have? And she goes, I got 15 kids and I got 4 adults. And I was like, 19.
Lucky number.
yeah.
Staple number, bro.
And then there was just one bro that hit me up because I've just been letting a few people in that like actually really want to be in there. And then one bro hit me up about the same time. So that's the full 90 on the Friends and Fam NFT DAO. But so much regard for a person that would just be so proactive in purposely moving a group of young people into Web3, into the space. How good, eh?
Exactly, and that's the inspirational part. Like, just being a parent, for example, like just like elevating your kids to like be better. Because I think that's most people like, depending on family situation and stuff. Like, your mom or your dad are always working, and they don't have but she's focusing with them, making sure that they have a great future.
Yeah.
Just education, man.
Yeah.
Education.
What did you guys take away for yourselves? What did you take away for yourselves from the day? Because you got a big vision, bro. You want to do big things, and you had an idea of what it was going to be like coming in, but
So, biggest takeaway from the block party would definitely be the Valfano amongst Web3 technologies, crypto, NFT, digital wallets, digital. Just the interest in the turn. And the seats were full. Oh, this is bad. All the questions were no. Like, you know what I mean? Still in its infancy, like
Totally.
technologies, and it was a cool. And like I've come from that background, like going to uni, working for like an IT startup, just being the early brown. Like, yeah, for everybody else, but
100.
there's no reason. Wait, I mean, since way back, bro, like Web3 is all about artists,
Totally.
your own shit. So it just sparked that thing for me. To push.
Tell us about your project, because I think it's really freaking cool and
bro.
very
Cool. Yeah. They got, we're not anybody say like we have to do this, blah blah blah. Did blah blah blah. The 5 come together, 5 or 6 of us come disciplines, like something. So like what we created, Money Incorporated, which is a incorporated society, different disciplines. So we've got natural healing, midi, and weaving as well. He runs the Mana 2, which is fitness, well-being for rangatahi or disengaged rangatahi. And so I'm like, cool, I'm going to run the Mana Tech. I'm focused on but trying to get it off the ground, and with networking with a few people. I was just like, yo, this is me. I need to start making some moves as well. Interesting, and
Totally.
so
It was in the room, right? If you were.
so which is a 10-week course in a school setting for rangatahi. Talking to a few. To be honest, students on the shoulder, introducing to this. There. So at rangatahi, private, introducing, which is in good practice, just so that I can start in this space and
Sparking up that flame.
hook, what's your hook to get engaged in this space?
Yeah.
Because imagine, like, my example, I slam her ears, but she, like the floor, she, and she used.
What was that you bought the other day?
No. She on create something for running this. You what? If I just picked up the fly. More for one of the spots. Yeah. 4.54. Not gonna flip the pushing. Dad. Oh, you haven't, darling. Sorry. Anyway, she got back from. But anyway. And I'm going to transfer that. So Father. Yeah, bro. Yeah. Yeah. Heaps, bro. No.
Yeah, man.
Let's tell us a bit about your journey into NFTs before we just start shooting the shit about DJ stuff.
So my journey into NFTs, honestly, it all started like during lockdown, the second lockdown that we had. I was quite bored. I was quite getting bored. I was like, oh, I'm sick of playing games and stuff. So I was like, oh, all these celebrities are posting NFTs, water yacht clubs popping up, and all that. So then I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna dive myself in this rabbit hole that now I'm stuck in, which is NFTs. And then, because I didn't know much anybody like New Zealander that was doing NFTs. So then, like, you know, when you start NFTs, probably everybody doesn't really start like oh, 3 invites for whitelist and all that. And then I seem to meet a lot of New Zealanders, but then there wasn't like a New Zealand Discord for NFTs. There was one for crypto. So then I was like, I wanna like just help out, get all like Kiwis up there to know about like the upcoming NFTs and all that. So then I just created like a whole channel. At first it was very bad, but then I got some help, and then that's when so shout out to Jerome.
Hi, Jerome.
Yeah, shout out to that guy because we just met on the random Discord, and then I was like, do you want me should we just create like an NFT group and then just see where it goes? And then that's when
People love your thing.
yeah,
Yeah, he is.
yeah.
I was at the gym. Bro, come. Good on you.
Yeah, and then that's how I met Alby.
Yeah.
Yep. And then there's a spark of like a friendship now, where we met in the block party finally after talking like 6 months. It was here where we finally met him because like we're talking about like whiteness and that thing too. We're like talking about all our projects that we were in and blah blah blah. And then started like because I wanted to, like the main reason I wanted to create the Discord was to help everybody out too because like
Is that the main reason? Is that like is it the vision behind
yeah
it?
that was honestly the vision behind it. But then I think it got too big too fast. I just couldn't keep up. Yeah. Buffet because there was like so many new people coming in and out. And then like because like we always tried helping like at the very start it was all just about helping out. But then of course like work comes back and like your normal life comes back because like everybody goes back to work because nobody's in lockdown anymore. So then it's like but yeah, that's how my NFT space
So
was.
what's the goal for you, bro?
What's my goal? My goal, to be honest, at the moment, it's all.
Remember.
But I'm just trying to like just create them. Like I've just been networking with a bunch of New Zealanders and stuff, and like eventually I do want to create my own project. Which but like that's my main goal at the moment, NFTs, and of course I want to do it like full time too. Eventually, that's the plan to go full time, and then I feel like when I'm more knowledgeable, I want to give back to the community and help out. But yeah, that's of course it'll take time.
What do you think it would take you to go full time?
I think one humble my bags in paper hand, maybe, because
Does that ever stop though? Like seriously?
Nah, I don't reckon, bro.
What is paper hand? Like if you're a footer, you're paper hand. Just like a paper hand is like people,
right.
people for footers.
Yeah.
yes, that it's a crypto or NFT terminology where like you do take profits, but like it's not at its peak. For example, the project I took profits. I invested at 0.1, I took profit at 0.5, but then it hit 5 Ethereum, which you can classify them as like paper things because you didn't take fees.
That's just stupid, bro.
You didn't take profit at the peak, but you never know, right? Like this whole space is very volatile, which I'm sure all three of us know. Like you can, 1 minute your project's up to like 3 billion, the next day it could just be down to 0.1. But yeah, it's also about always taking profits and not bringing emotion in and getting greedy.
Very true.
Yeah, we had a massive convo last night on the Friends and Family Discord, and I wanted to know about what you guys actually want to do and where that gifting is and how you intend to use it inside of the space to create value for yourself, your community, for your content. Those are 3 questions that I asked the Discord yesterday morning.
Right.
But the GC in general just became like it was moving at a speed like there were people grinding it for levels. It was just genes, everyone was dropping
Right.
numbers. It was the most incredible thing I've seen in the Discord for a minute. There's so much high quality, insightful thinking, but also desire and inspiration. So I'm always interested to talk about the things that are like kind of holding us back. So I'm looking at you, Kenny. I'm like, you smart, you young, you got a solid ass Discord community. Like, people respect what you've done. There's actually nothing to hold you back from your full-time out in the story, but when you get about like.
That's because I have plans to I'll probably be done by my job by the end of next year. I'm probably planning to travel Southeast Asia, experience the world. 'Cause I really love traveling too. I love traveling the world, and then after that, I think I'll probably full-time NFTs more. I was just like, I do want to create content and help people out. I think it's just like the experience on my part, but nearly hitting a year in September. Go me. In NFTs. But right, it's a marathon.
Yeah, well, it feels like a bit of a sprint on 0 minutes right now, but your guys' session was really highly regarded. Like, Alby thought the session was the best by mine. But a lot of people share and post about it. For me, it was kind of like, oh, that is quite insightful because I think a lot of the things that we think are fundamental, like that we just do, actually like, what?
100%.
Like, for example, like turn off your Discord messages or links in any server. Turn off your DMs, please. Because I cannot stress you how much hard enough how I got scammed personally from clicking this was when I started to I just like, bought at Yacht Club, 0.2, 2 Ethereum, cool cats, 5 Ethereum. It's like, this looks very cheap compared to the actual floor price. You know what?
Yeah.
And I think the other thing around, even now, like you're seeing mod accounts get compromised.
Yeah, bro.
I was in the Collider Craftworks, the game.
Yeah. I'm so glad I'm not in there.
I was there, and I saw the mod announcement come through in the mod announcements channel.
Yeah.
That like, I don't know, the agreement or whatever. And I was allowed this. Guaranteed. There's something crazy like that. And I was on my phone because it came from a mod. I clicked it.
Yeah.
And then so I landed on the page. But once you've seen enough of those pages,
Yeah.
you know what those
Yeah.
And so just little things like that inside of the game, like a bullshit accounting.
Yeah.
That's set up so it looks like everything is going fast. To me, that's the first red, 100% red flag. But I think it's so freaking interesting how they play on that fear of missing out.
Exactly.
That
FOMO.
Yeah.
FOMO, man.
to get you to disregard all the things that you really
Legit, bro.
accountable. Because, like, by virtue of the fact that you're in that server, you've got some connection to the project.
Yeah.
Right? And if it's pre-mint, you want that mint.
Exactly.
I know it's shit, but I actually go, you know what? That's some smart motherfuckers. They are
Actual.
playing us like a violent because they just and they're
Yeah. You know, mods are at work, bro. Oh my! It's so right. that sense of FOMO. Like on a fake ass site, you're just like,
Especially closer to mints, when like mints are about to come. Oh, get ready. And I got supposed to be tomorrow. And
Like the first thing, then like you have to be like well informed, right? Especially with
yeah,
you know what a link page looks like if it hasn't come out of announcements,
Exactly.
or even before you see one of these radical opportunities come up, and you go to sites and mint, just go verify in a couple of other places.
Exactly.
Like go check it out, because there is like a sudden mint happening. When one is ever happens. But that's got to be the first thing.
Exactly.
I ask you guys both, when you're setting up for the day to start your day of degenerate activity,
Yep.
what are the first things that you're doing in the day? Like when you get up in the morning, do you know which projects you're going after, or you just going straight to what's trending or a fire hose somewhere and looking for volume?
Yeah.
What's your first thing that you do in the day to get you prepared for what you're going to do for your How do you first?
yeah.
You know what I'm like?
For my brain.
It's no, zoned under the phone. Email. So, and then I'm checking.
Where are those emails coming from?
Open. Yeah, mainly open sea. I'm not okay.
Yeah.
For starters, okay, because I don't think like that's one of the things that we all do that
Yeah.
probably nobody watching does. A lot of people that watch
Right.
don't do. So you want to just explain what those notifications are for and how to set them up and why?
Yeah, cool. So that you can use, set it up to send you notifications via Telegram or a service. Tell you, or they ping you when there's a big switch. When IC tools you can set up notification projects or up swips pings
Membership for
onto the Telegram. Like I channel or that the ping and channel those like just ping.
Now those projects you've already identified, or you just set up those notifications based on volume and
Yeah, that's a good question too, bro. Degenning quite a bit. I that are picking up that if I haven't identified, I'm straight. Why is this person? How much did he sweep? What's the I'm purposely making sure that so
Yeah.
you're taking you're taking wireless. What you want to know? Check notification.
Now, only use anonymous. Like 6 alpha callers and stuff, and then, like I see.
Watch.
Active phone. Pumping.
Either that,
So the,
Start an alpha group. Then what do you do?
if for example, this trending. Pretty much my peak.
Surprised that ain't in your video, bro.
No,
Out of
but no.
yeah.
Obviously,
Exactly. Yeah.
mobile experience is not high.
the way that Jim, they have but so so the but listings are
Volume's moving fast enough that will get even up.
yeah.
If that volume's starting to slow down,
Yeah.
that's when you start to see the undercutting.
Yeah. You
Now, one more question for you, Alby. How do you decide whether you're going to go in? And how do you decide to what extent you're going to go in?
yeah.
Like, right, zero sum. how do you decide, and how do you decide how big you're going to go?
Yeah. So and so if it's cool, so yeah, uh, project. So look like
Yep.
it's like, yeah, yeah,
Once consolidate, smoking
yeah,
001 probably.
yeah, legit, bro. So like depending. Yeah, I'd
What are you buying right now in the DGN project?
10, 20 the last. So they're now, but so
What about you figuring out what you're going to invest in and how much? You know, what's that process that you go through? So you've gone through your alpha channels and you're like, what do? You like pick out
Yeah, like volume making. Yep. I check volume out, and then it's mainly just I just started flipping recently. I was more like hold in there. Price, like floor price was up, so but like now I think more into DJing, which is that's such a same simple method at the moment. But I think for me it's more like at the end of the day, right? You do go if the art is you you can just be like, hey man, it may have gone to shit, but at least have a cool pick, a cool NFT, right? A cool That's what, but yeah, I mainly just look at volume and like charts before really going deep in. But then, yeah, it's just, again, just talking to people, just the network that you know, because like, you know, because like, the information you can get because like when you're all working together as a team, thinking about sweeping, right? Because if you're just doing it by yourself, you can be looking at charts, looking at like volume and all that. But yeah, I mainly look at volume, and I'm because this is a strategy that everybody uses. I guess you sell one for you sell for what you're happy to take as extra profit, and then the third one you just hold it profit, right? So then that means that if it moves, let's say it was like a 3 Degens NFTs, whatever the project was, then the last one, let's say if the profit's 1 Ethereum, you just basically you're comfortable taking profits too. But yeah, also especially with this type of meta with free mints and stuff, just take profits, man, like, and just don't get greed, boys, crazy.
Yeah, and I'm sleeping. I was telling you this before. I didn't even look at that.
Yeah.
I look at volume, price, and rank. That's it. And what the market's doing. Movement of trades, movement of listings. Trades that are outpacing the listings. That's good. When they're breaking even, I stop and I watch. If I think it's going to undercap, as soon as they see that first move of undercap, I'm like,
Yeah, bro.
I'm out.
Because the thing at the moment too is with like undercutting is like some projects do pump pretty hard. Like you have your, let's say you invested at 0.03, so then in the floor hits at 0.1. So all those 0.03s are going to take profits, and then it's about you knowing if it's going to dip because whatever goes up must go down. Like and again, it's
Well, that's a good point, bro, because my hypothesis is that it's a finite number of people that are in the game right now. People that are actually, like, I think it's one of two things right now. I think what's happened with the market correction, the NFT winter, bear market, it was a bear market a long time ago. We're at all-time lows. So that correction has had the effect of, it's actually easier to spot a quality project. Right? Like, Goblins was unexpected, like, and that kind of signaled this whole Degen.
Because it was getting a bit boring, or stale.
Totally is. But I like how it's kind of, quality projects is that they really, really stand out.
Yep, exactly.
And then there's that Degen stuff.
Exactly.
And so I'm kind of like, I'm happy with the way that it is right now. But if it's just, if I'm in that Degen mode, like I don't even care what the art is.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at price, volume, the rank, the movement of the trades, the walls, like the dead resistance, the resistances, and then I'll just go like that. But when it comes to, are you guys just doing Degen right now? I mean, you do. Are you just doing Degen?
I'm just doing just Degen.
Nah, bro. So, nah, not all my bags are under like Degen plays, bro. I'll be jacked up.
I'm still holding like some blue chips, or like.
Oh, blue chips, dude. You can't just throw that one out there like that, bro. What are you holding?
Yeah, I'm still holding like blue chips are basically NFTs that have a blue tick in OpenSea, which is the main. OpenSea is basically the main market in the NFT Ethereum blockchain. But yeah, at the moment, I guess I'm just holding Freelanders.
Oh, right.
Yeah, Freelanders. That's all I'm holding at the moment. Taking a lot of profits.
Are you forecasting blue chip for Freelanders?
Everybody's talking about.
It's up
blue
there,
chips
that's for
might
sure.
be the next, might come back.
Yeah.
But you can see like your meat and age is they're going up again, man. I think they're like a 19 now. 19.
Yeah. So can we vote, bro? Because we missed out. We missed the bus, eh?
Anyway, it's pretty clear. Like, actually, the result of the vote was
Clinics, surely.
other side.
Other side. Yep. I think that's gonna be a very mid to long term play, but I think it's gonna pump.
Yeah, and people beat in Series 1, which I'm not really convinced of. I think
Mm.
that's just a pipe on. Yeah, and if you go back like the last 3-4 months before the beer market, like the market for those entities hasn't changed a lot.
Right.
Whereas like literally in April, you had 14 on mutants, you know, so and then 19. So when the market corrects and comes back, like there's some natural appreciation. So the D-Frames, sorry, other side D-Frames and mutants were the top 3. And then number 4 was Comex, and number 5 was Fluff.
Yeah. I would have gone Fluff, ASM, and Clinics.
Well, like the sort of thing is that like get back to bag management for the sake of like if you see the other side game exits that they drop the traders, right?
Yeah.
There's an 8 playing that game. Now, do we think that you're gonna be able to play with your own game? Or do you think that's just gonna be the game?
Right.
Well, like I'm pretty sure that it's gonna be
Your.
team, like, it's gonna
Yeah.
be a version of
Has to be.
And if that's the case, does that mean you gotta have 8 to play?
Or could it be cookies?
Or like there's
Because like a video that
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So there's that whole ecosystem, but I think that's what I think is that you're gonna need, obviously the land is good, you start with the land. And you can be whole play your turn, that just makes sense, because those are the high value. So I like having the other side and the region 8 in that entity outcome.
Mm.
And then like Fluff World, like yeah, I would be like Fluff World ASM.
Yeah.
I just find Codex, Artifact, it's just like the composition is not super clear right now. But then it's cool, like I get it, like and like Team KTF and all the clothes, and you know, it's all a connected ecosystem and all of that, but I just feel like you get and the way you get and the way that EFL with the fluff, that fluff metaverse, the futureverse whole ecosystem is playing out. Like they're playing a big
Because
game.
that's back to Web 3.0, right? Like everybody used to be about the metaverse.
But anyway, we're going off on another tangent. I want to talk to you about your bag management. So, how do are you at the point where the original seed money that you had for your bags is safely tucked away, and the money that you're using now is just money from profits on projects? Are you just playing with your profits right now? Or are you like taking your wages and
No.
And so have you separated out your initial investments and then just like using the profits? Or are
To be
you
honest,
like using the bit of principal and interest?
Yeah, to be honest.
We are interest only, principal and
Yeah.
interest.
To be honest, like that's a really good point that you made, because like I think I have made more than like what I initially invested, but then it goes back to like making the wrong plays and like learning hard lessons, right? Like I haven't taken out any money personally, but like if I were to do it, I could probably take out my initial investment and then just play with what I have as profits. But yeah, I think I just
When I go in, when I'm about to go in, I'm just you before we started, I go in with a budget. Like I know how much I want to spend ahead of time. And that budget is depending on how much profit I'm holding. So, you know, if I'm looking at XYZ amount of projects over the course of the week or whatever it is, like I'm estimating, I'm not fully into the whole DG thing, but I'm probably going in on, I'm probably sweeping on 2 or 3 projects a week.
Yeah.
But it's still a whole bunch of
You're a Degen, bro.
But I'm like, okay, I've only got, I got eat the profits right now. And as an example, and I'm only going to use the profit.
Yeah.
But that money for profit is off.
Yeah.
You know, a bigger amount. That amount is out of that column. And it's just only using the profits. Are you guys doing that as well? Just kind of doing a running calculation.
Yeah, running calculation, which is really bad because like in reality you should be like calculating your costs and stuff. 'Cause at the end of the day, it's your money, right? Like your hard work money that's getting chucked into this. Treat it like a business, I guess.
Yeah, I think this is actually a good point to bring up for the whānau out there, in terms of bag management and how you go into projects, what you know what to spend on, how much to spend. So I haven't, I guess, explicitly moved my initial investment out. My initial investment is actually tied up in some projects that I'm actually pretty bullish on. Like Floor's dipped a bit. It's a long-term play, yeah. So it's got, so like, you know, with crypto, you've got your long until they start talking to you again, bro. Yeah, so it's definitely a long-term play. These projects that I've got my initial investment on. All these DGen plays, like 100%, because it's low risk in terms of the amount that you're going to put in to play with, but high risk in terms of wait, no, I got that wrong. High risk in terms of whatever you put into a DGen play, most likely going to go to shit, going to go to zero. So yeah, DGen plays for me is profit money, and I'm just putting the bullish projects that I'm on, the long-term plays. That's where my initial investment is.
Okay, the last thing I want to talk about is how you work the tools. Like what you, I mean, both talk about it a little bit, but I'm keen to hear about what your tool stack is that you use for analyzing projects and like from the actual research part, like how are you researching through to do you have a mint strategy? Do you have a specific real strategy? Real strategy, what are the tools that you're using along the way? What's your stack?
Stack. Back again, it goes to the tools that you probably use, IT tools, because that's
You start with alpha groups.
yeah, I always start with alpha groups.
You got IT tools.
And then I got IT tools, and then I always do my own research because you just can't follow blindly whatever, let's say.
Where do you do your research? Twitter or
Twitter, I'll look at the Discord, I even look at the website, if they have a website, just to see like what the founders are and like their goals and all that when it comes to minting. But like yeah, and then mainly when it comes to minting too, I try to just do whitelist because that's a guaranteed mint. And then if you're whitelisted, like another tip is just don't. If you're whitelisted, just don't mint it because you know what? It might not mint out. And then if you don't mint out, then just would say you just have 0.1 ETH and it doesn't mint out. And then the founders just leave you, which is back to your rug pool. Back to a rug pool, yeah. But yeah, just mainly IT tools, just doing my own research and seeing what I'm gonna.
And how many hours are you spending a day? How many hours are you spending? How many hours would you like to spend?
Yeah, how many hours am I spending? So I finish work and I'm straight into Discords.
Do you sleep with your phone on your pillow like this?
Nah. So I have my notifications off, like also off because because otherwise it's just like ding. So I have all my notifications off. That's why like sometimes I take a long time to reply to people and be like, oh, one day later, it's like, oh, sorry, man. Yeah, one day. Yeah, I have my notifications off, so like when sleep. But yeah, and after that, I'll just be constantly checking the notifications. And then I used to watch a lot of YouTube, but now it's just like, oh, yeah, exactly. It's just like they do try pumping bands, and then, but yeah, exactly. And like I think just going back, I mainly do alpha servers because back going to Anonymize, they have like a whole section like when this project's into all that, and like because everybody uses pre-mint now to try to get your luck to getting whitelisted. So like they have a full like Discord channel on like, oh, this project has just checked their pre-mint around list.
You want to get on premium.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay, what's your stack?
Jeez, my tech stack, my tool stack. Yeah, I use a whole range of tools, and then I've got them all pinned. So I've got my first. Jeez, I can read like the back of my hand. So my first pin tab is my converter, my ETH to NZ converter. Second tab is IC tools. Third tab is NFT nerds. Fourth tab is Gem, but Gem's a group tab, so I've got all the projects. If I expand, I've got all the projects that I'm watching on Gem. What else do I use? I hardly use Discord. Like the bro,
That's FOMO training, yeah.
yeah, the bro uses so he runs off like alpha groups and stuff like that. Like I like to make my own decisions on projects, and I kind of make, I guess, not run off like, oh, this is some guys like, oh bro, this project's blah 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 blah. I mean, like he may have like credibility, but end of the day, you're the one that's clicking that button. You know what I mean? So I make my decisions on projects based off the data. Hence why I use like a number of tools. Floor depth, volume, the highest last sale, how much money people are spending on these projects. If they're spending big amounts, like cyber brokers, which I got into, bro, people were spending like millions.
Were you whitelisted?
I got whitelist, yeah. It was a raffle system. I got whitelist to mint one, yeah. Shout out to the bro Nelly in Australia. He got me onto the Josie's cyber brokers. But yeah, the sales were going crazy because I was just gonna flip like immediately, and then I seen these sales like every like 5 minutes, like 50 ETH sales, 70 ETH sales, like just crazy sales. I was like, nah, well, I'm holding this.
That's a good indicator too, because like people buy the rares.
Yeah.
Like that's another good indicator.
Yeah, but that indicator for itself. So I see people like picking up rares. Say if I've got two commons, like for Chimpa's example, for example. So I was whitelisted to mint, had an allow list, two allow list passes to mint two Chimpas, and they're pretty like they were commons. And I seen within the day one, people were like picking up rares. So I was like, man, I flipped my two Chimpas and then picked up like a top 300 rank for like five ETH. But the floor's obviously the floor's dipped like I think it's less than 2 now, but they've just announced today utility for the next drop. So I'm just like, oh, yep, sweet. I'm gonna hold on to that. But yeah, just the whole, and like each tool that I use has its own strengths, like TweetDeck, yeah. TweetDeck's my left screen, like 100%, because you get your notifications in real time, you get your changes, you can focus on the users that you set up for each table. Yeah, TweetDeck's like number one. So I'm always just like, eyes are just shifting all the time. I hear a ping on my phone, I switch left. But yeah, so NFT nerds for in-depth analysis. So holder ratio, how many like top holders or whatever. I use Gem for, and I feel like Gem for sweeping. Yeah, sweeping, floor depth as well. And I feel like their trait filter component is more intuitive than OpenSea's. OpenSea's trait filter is shit. Yeah, Broken Sea. Shout out Broken Sea. But yeah, I think that's my tool stack. And yeah.
So just to sign us out, you gotta give the viewers some alpha, some Degens, some alpha.
I might pull a Brook bro and just palm it off and just not drop anything, bro.
Let's tweet that. You never got that.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Break your promise.
What you got? What you got for the people out there?
To be honest, I have not looked at the market today at all. And the thing is, the market at the moment is just like everything. It's a sad story, or like some random thing just pops. Actually, I have a really pro tip when it comes to flipping. Just if you have time, do it around the mornings, like 9 a.m. to like 5 p.m. Don't do it like late nights, like let's say like 10 p.m. because your US Degens are around that time. I wake up at that time, like your 9 a.m. That's why I usually start my day, like 9 a.m. Look at the and then it's like I learned that the hard way. I was like, oh, something's pumping at like 10 p.m. Implement it 2 hours later. Instead of like, oh,
Yeah. I don't have any alpha, but
yeah.
if I could leave, I guess everybody with something, a bit of advice. And this is learning from experience, we've probably all done it. Do not buy do not buy a project because you think the art is cute. Do not buy a project because you think your art is cute. All right, because that shit will flip you upside down and fucking chuck you in the trash bin. There's that, and any project that you jump into, don't think that project's gonna moon. If you jump into like something tomorrow, do not think that project's gonna moon. Do not hold on to hope. Yeah, timing is everything. So watch the data, watch the volume. If you see it starting to dip, hey, humble yourself and get out. Yeah, dip your ass out of there. Me, bro, thanks for having us.
Tips out today. I like it was good information. Thanks for sharing your story, the vision for what you want to do. Can you put your fucking job? How old are you?
21,
Bro.
2022.
Show.
Yeah.
Make that bag, travel the world, get that Lambo.
Bro, just one last thing. Any mentions on the DAO? The Monarchy DAO, bro?
Knock you down about
Come on, bro. You trying to sign out like that real quick?
Well, obviously I created the DAO, minted 1 billion tokens yesterday. Yeah, that was yesterday. Our intent with the DAO is to create our own decentralized system, independent or traditional finance investment system, aimed solely at uplifting Indigenous people. That's it. And primarily Indigenous creators. But we minted 1 billion tokens with intent.
Yeah. Okay. So that's circulating supply. Is that fixed?
That's for sure.
I mean,
We're going to start with the creator economy, but we think it's going to be a DAO with sub-DAOs, and that I would be really happy if we see sub-DAOs emerge in education,
right.
particularly for education,
Yeah.
particularly for health and well-being, particularly for tie out the living world and for the environment, particularly for our children. Like there's so much wrong or inside of the system for Indigenous people.
That's unfortunate.
But like everything that we're doing right now, if we look at the macro of what we're doing, whether it's M.A.C, Friends of the Fan, M.A.C DAO, all of that is part of the bigger macro that we're playing.
Yeah.
And even our little Friends of the Fan Discord, it's been 100 for a reason. We're training 100 killers in that Discord.
We made the cut, bro.
Yeah, I know, right?
You said something, it's like, if we could fast, you'll just go and go, how many people in there? 1,000 people, right? And it grew too fast. Right? But if you had 1,000 killers with a vision and a purpose that can go out and personally be the people that vouch in and guide 5 people each, then you potentially got 5,000 killers. I'm only 3 cycles away from 12,500 killers. 12,500 killers can change the whole fucking system. So that's what
I'll drop some alpha probably next couple of days. I will drop some alpha on the Friends of Fan.
Okay, let's go.
All right.
Maybe DJ plays, you never know.
Nah, don't trust Kenny's DJ players, Fano. Don't click on those links. He's a scammer.
According to him, I'm a scammer.
Brothers, it's been so good to have you on, man. Thank you.
Sure, brother, man. Appreciate that.
All right, that's great, fam. For another week, we'll hopefully have some fan back next week. Until then, stay safe out there, Farmer, and we'll see you in the Discord.
Peace.